Howdy everyone, this is Mopbot, this is Dad Society, and welcome back to episode number 44. We're here at the Savannah Ranch, right at my base. Haven't been here too much recently. Was gone for a week, and where I tried to get a couple of quick videos out, and then last video we did do a tour here, but we didn't actually build anything. So hopefully that tour went well. Hopefully y'all liked that. Didn't get a whole lot of feedback on it, but I did get a couple of likes, so I think it went over pretty well. But anyway, we're going to go ahead on through here because I have a huge, massive project planned for this episode. Going to be on the other side, though. If we go on through here, we desperately need, well, I say desperately, but we do not yet have a Nether Wart farm, and that kind of hinders my ability to make any form of potions. Haven't found any on the server, actually, so it's going to take me a while to get those up and ready to get this farm all active. Even soul sand. I haven't found a whole lot of soul sand. I need to go around and collect a lot of that. This 26 is all I have. Looking in town to buy some. Didn't have any, but we are also going to be using quite a bit of brown in this build, as well as quite a bit of red. So poppies won't be an issue for that, but the cocoa beans definitely will. That 26 is all I have. So definitely going to be taking quite a bit of time. This is going to be a multi-video project for sure, because between how long it took me in my creative testing world to actually create kind of a, oh, that'll be helpful, to create kind of like a plan for this build, and for just the massive amount of resources that this is going to take, it definitely will be at least 2 videos, possibly even 3. Hopefully it won't take me that long, but it definitely will take me quite a bit of time. It's going to be a lot of resource gathering, and I would like to get this episode out in a reasonable amount of time. Of course, it's also going to be about 20 minutes, maybe even just a little bit shorter. I'm going to try doing videos a little bit less intense so I can try to get more videos up, because currently it's about one every 7 to 10 days for Diamond Society episodes at least. That's too long, and I think that's mostly attributed to how much progress I try to make in each episode. I try to complete an entire project, which can take quite a bit of time, and then of course editing takes some time as well, uploading takes a bit of time as well, and it just ends up being too long of a process. So I'm going to try scaling back on just how much I accomplish in a single episode, so that I can continue to create enough content to actually keep videos going pretty well on the channel. And between this and LEGO Star Wars, hopefully that should mean more frequent videos and more actual recording time, which is much better. That's much more what I prefer than doing much of the grinding, trying to hit a deadline, all that stuff. So hopefully this will work a little bit better. But I am going to first move the staircase, because we don't have room here to put this Nether Wart farm in. It's going to be rather tall, and it would hit the ceiling right there, so this needs to be redirected. It's going to come on right down here, bringing it to land. Ooh. It might even just come all the way down here, actually. Now that I'm looking, I thought it was going to come there, turn, and go back down, but I think actually it's probably going to land right about here. And we can do a bit of terraforming as well. Of course, it's just another wreck. This is all ugly. This could, oh, gee, eventually come away as well, but I'm not too worried about that. Really, I just want to bring that down here, and then probably start coming off in this direction, and then we'll put it right here. We are going to have a couple of other things along a little path that I've got going here, and at some point in the future, we might end up just having to go right back up this little staircase here, and you can't really see where that goes. There's a hole right there, and that goes off to corpse space. So we just kind of have a big loop, because we do have also behind our nether portal a tunnel to his nether portal, and then we just kind of have that full kind of loop. And I just set myself on fire, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, get that all situated there. Going to have to move this a little bit. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do for this. Probably nothing terribly fancy. After this, I might just cut it off and just make it a big glass tube going on all the way down to the surface there, because we do need protection, which we don't really have right now. Christ, I need a bow. I don't have a bow. I died a few episodes ago and never bothered to make a new bow. Oh, this is going to be a huge problem. I was up there destroying some stuff, and I got lit on fire. Yeah, you are going to stay back there, and I'm apparently going to come down here. Let's go ahead back up. No, right, not in the fire. Let's put that out. Did you destroy my glass? Oh, I don't know if I got it all or not. Don't come back. Alright. Step 1 of resource collecting. Lots of glass, and of course, when I was making this, I didn't have any coal. So I had to go, and I had to use my fortune pick on a whole lot of ore in order to get enough coal to do this, which was also kind of a pain. I really miss having just bunches of resources just at my need, or at my disposal, for when I need them, because this I haven't done a good resource collecting in a very long time, and I really do miss it. It was very, very helpful when I did that. I don't know why I haven't done it recently, but I really wish I had, because this project is going to be huge and it requires a lot of resources. This is just for the pathway out front of the pit. Got this landmass, this big kind of body of stuff, and so I just stuck a couple of glass pieces right there. You can see right to the floor, and then it goes right on down again that way, and we got a little path that heads off this way. I don't want to finish the glass right now because of that thing. This glass area does not look terribly great. You can see, yeah, it's pretty noisy. It does keep me safe from that thing though, which is important. Where'd it go? I can't work under these conditions. I need to get a bow. I really need to get a bow. I cannot do anything yet. Can I, like that? And just kind of hide? I don't want to go out too far. No. It's, go away. Oh, there's another one too. Okay, I'm gonna finish this later. Wait for these guys to despawn or go get a bow or something. Yeah, I'm running away. They're not blowing up my glass. Alright, so here we have the now extended tunnel. This goes all the way down to where we need it to. The building is going to be right here for the farm, and we currently have 2 gas out there. So trying to use this tube as really what it's meant for is gas protection. Look at these things. Gotta be really safe with these guys. Can't really go out and show you exactly what's going on here, but you can kind of see from here. We got a whole bunch of soul sand right there, and that's where all the Nether Wart is going to be planted. And then we've got the pistons on this side, and there are... no. We're going to have to fix that in a little bit. I can't think I have a little bit more glass back at the base here. But anyway, yeah, I got pistons here, and I got pistons down on the other end as well. And I'm just going to come right on up here. But I think you can see it from... Yep, right there. So you can see the other pistons right there. So first, those are going to push when I hit a button, and then the other ones are going to push because they'll be pushed up against that side, and it'll just be a shifting floor design. So it'll knock all the Nether Wart off, and then all hoppers beneath that can collect it, because a hopper can collect through soul sand. It's only like 15/16 of a block, I think, or something like that, 7/8 maybe. So it will allow hoppers to suck the items through. So then I can just have a collection system that runs off to a storage unit. That'll be, I don't know, somewhere down in the ground because I don't want to have to work with an item elevator. Although you can see I do have the redstone ready, or at least where the redstone's going to go. So then this just kind of goes up, just very simple. We got stone bricks along with the black carpet above it, and we are going to have multi-levels, and to get to each subsequent level, we are going to have a little elevator, one of those translocator elevators, and I've got pressure plates down at the end. So I'm not building it exactly how, as far as I know, the tutorial shows it, the official one, because yeah, I actually haven't watched it. I just kind of saw the idea and then did my own redstone for it. So I don't know if it's completely correct, but it does work. I have already tested it and everything, so that's all good. So I do now need to actually find some Nether Wart. I headed off to spawn earlier to see if anyone was selling any Nether Wart blocks or just any Nether Wart at all. And no, there is none to be found. Very hard for me to actually find something, but then I had to go to the end after that because, as you can see, I dug up a lot of the nether. I used almost this entire pick, and luckily it does have mending, so I just went and fixed that at the Enderman farm. But yeah, this was a huge mass before y'all saw it. It's gone now. The walls are kind of flat, and I'm not too worried about that really. It is just the nether. At some point I might just make it a little bit more rounded if I start to add more buildings and stuff around here. Make it look at least a little bit nicer, but I've also been trying to repair the ground from many gas attacks, and I really should have a bow. It would probably help avoid stuff like this, but now, let's see. Oh, where'd they go? Can I walk out safely? Possibly, yeah, you can really see it over here. So you come right up, get sucked up to the next level, and then we'd have the same dealio on the next level. So all is going pretty well. I do need to now actually create a room around this and then put the elevator in, and then each subsequent floor is going to be a total of 4 stories is going to be the same. And you can see how this is kind of a long path. We are still going to have building around this because over here, when we get to the top, because these are just elevators, these are one-way elevators, we don't have a way back down, so I'm just going to have a big drop shaft, and I don't like how close that thing is getting, so I'm going to stand back here. But we're just going to have a big drop shaft that comes right on down, right back to here, and then we'll have like the storage unit or something over here, a button and such over here as well. I'll figure out the redstone exactly a little bit further down the line, because I don't actually have that really planned out. I just kind of have how it works planned out. Don't have any of the actual accessibility done on it, so I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of work done, and we'll see how this thing's looking when I come back. Okay, so more resource collecting was done here, and if we open up this chest, you can see that I'm lagging a little bit, but I went off to the mesa, collected up a whole bunch of stained clay. I was originally just going to get a whole bunch of hardened clay and dye it, although both of these generate naturally, so I thought I'd just dig them up. This is the color scheme that we're going for. As you can see, a lot of brown and the red, just kind of fit in with that nether feel and kind of match the colors of the nether wart. So besides that, we got a bit of soul sand. I might need more. I'm not entirely sure how much of that I'm going to need. Way overestimated on the glowstone, that's for sure. Definitely not going to need that much. I'll probably just need 8, maybe a couple more than that. Not a whole lot, but then you can see I also got a bit of nether brick, and that was from mostly just from all this being dug up. I just smelted that up, turned it into brick, and then I also got some slabs because that's mostly what I'm using. And then a bit of black carpet. I've been shearing some sheep that I dyed black, although definitely going to need way more of that because I cover the entire ceiling in the end with the black carpet to stop any kind of spawning up there. Not really necessary, but whenever I can stop a ghast from spawning, that is a win. So if we come on over here, you can see that I did find some nether wart, borrowed it from James, will replace it. That is for sure. As soon as I get this farm going, it will produce quite a bit, hopefully, and then I can just give him back. I took a stack. I borrowed a stack, and I will give him back probably 2 stacks as soon as this is all done up here. And I'm wondering, is this age 3? There are 4 stages to that. Oh, wait. This must be fully grown. Yeah, this looks fully grown. Okay, I'm going to keep replanting down here so that I can actually get up enough. And this is all over here is grown as well. Okay, so, yeah, this is basically what I'm going to be doing because I'm going to be using lots of... Oh, careful here. Hey, I'm going to be using a lot of nether wart blocks. So it's going to take a whole lot of nether warts to actually accomplish that. And wow, I'm lagging right now. I don't know why my connection's so poor. It was just fine a moment ago. But anyway, I'm going to be using a lot of those. Not going to do any of that in this episode. Obviously, I don't have nearly enough resources to finish all that off now. So that will go into the next episode. But here is the room. Kind of been walking around in here, but I haven't really mentioned it so far. This is the design we're going for on the wall. It's kind of that zigzag pattern with the brown and the red. Of course, that's why I needed so much clay, because there are going to be 4 stories of this, all with the same color scheme here, and then very simple walkway that you already saw, but now you can see kind of how it fits into the room. So we got kind of like the lighter color next to a little bit lighter brown and all the reds here, and then go for the darker ceiling with the nether brick right there. And of course we covered that in the black carpet to again keep the dark kind of colors like right kind of like in the center here. So nether brick, that's what I needed all that for, and then just a bit of glowstone to keep it lighted. Back here, when we have a tunnel, it's going to get very dark, and we probably will stick some in there as well, but you won't be able to see it. I didn't do any of the redstone yet. I know I said I was going to, but I just did not really get to that. I've been spending a lot of time collecting the resources for this, and that did take, like, you know, it just took a bit. So that was the majority of the time that I've been spending, but this will be a piston, one of those translocator things that goes up to the next story. And then I'll probably just wire up all this at the end, actually, and show you that once it's complete. So now we have 3 more levels, really, that are going to be pretty much exactly the same as this. It's going to take a lot of farming as well. I should probably get the next level in just so I have somewhere to keep planting all the new crop. But I'm going to get to that, and I will be right back. Alright, I've got the second floor done now, and I also have a bow. I've been carrying around an arrow as well. Not sure why I was doing that without a bow, but this has come in handy. I did just have a ghast over here. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at now the second story. Looks pretty much the same as the first, although you can see also now I have all the hoppers in. So this will be below these two, but below the soul sand here. I do not have those in yet, but you can see I just have a little tunnel running up the side here, and then that is going to be all the collection for each of the stories. And looking at this, ooh, it's going to be twice as tall as this. We might still end up going a little bit up. That's going to be really close. Dang, this is a tall... Oh, this is going to be really tall. But anyway, yeah, you can see I do have it in here if we go ahead and walk on in here. And so I'm just been harvesting up all of this, trying to collect up enough resources to actually get quite a few of the things to keep replanting for the other stories, and also for getting the Nether Wart block. So going through here, these things do grow pretty quickly, which is very nice. But then if I go ahead, pop up to the second story, you can see I do have now the elevator in there. It is 2 pistons, brings me up here, and then I can do the same thing up here, and then I'm gonna have another elevator at the end there, and then go up to the 3rd, and then eventually the 4th layer as well. Gonna save those next 2 stories though for the next episode. That has taken me quite a bit to actually do these 2 levels, but we'll come here, you can see I already have the piston. Let's go ahead and take a look at the redstone for the other one. And if you come back here, it is a little messy and it's kind of big. Did not look at the tutorial, just kind of used the idea and did my own redstone around it. So it's probably not the same. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a mess. I could probably make this better. But here we have 2 repeaters down here at the bottom. These are the blocks with the pressure plates on them. So you step on that. Hits those 2 blocks there with the redstone on it. Hits this monostable circuit, so you just get a single pulse. So that it will pull you. If you don't have this, then it's just going to push down and it's going to stay there because you're still standing on top of the pressure plate. That I found out. Or I guess you could also use a button probably, but I just like to be able to walk forward. Took me a bit to troubleshoot that, but then you go ahead and this comes up here. Pulses hits these first. These are on 1 tick because these ones up here are on 4 ticks. So it's going to hit each of these, pull you up. You're going to be standing right on top of these 2 blocks. And if you are lagging, you can occasionally get stuck here. So I might have to create kind of like an emergency exit on this floor here. But if we come up now to the next one, you can see it is on 4, so it does give you plenty of time if you are lagging. Hopefully it'll catch you, but if you're lagging quite a bit, yeah, you might get stuck there, and then it's going to pull you right on top of there and into the top floor. So that's going to be all I do for this episode. I need to do a lot more resource gathering, even just for those hoppers. Used a lot of wood. That was like 4 stacks of logs. That was quite a bit. So anyway, you can see also pigmen have been spawning in here. I'm going to have to try to figure out something to stop that. Maybe like glass rods or something every couple blocks. But anyway, go ahead and subscribe for more. This has been MobBot, and I'll see y'all next time.